And welcome back, everybody, to I've Got Next. This is our final episode of the last story. The outsider has, or at least the outsider of Lazarus Island has been defeated.
What is it?
Oh, and here's Horace. And he automatically knows how to use them.
I tried them out a bit. They should let us use summon circles, just like the Garak do.
How do the Garak use them?
You know what? It just occurred to me who he looks like. He's like an anime John Waters.
The pencil mustache.
I think that's what does it.
I didn't know the Garak could do that.
Don't forget to smile.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the creep.
I have no clue as to how it works.
I would highly recommend anybody who has not seen Serial Mom should definitely watch that.
Activate the stone and call me.
I'm not the hugest John Waters fan, but I would say that's the most watchable of his movies and highly entertaining.
I see.
And if you want something to talk about, watch Pink Flamingo.
Oh, God.
Cheers, Horace.
Alright, so basically what he's giving you is like, it's basically, you'll run into these sigils on the ground ever so often, and it's basically, he's a summonable market.
Nice. I wonder how that feels on his end.
Well, I mean, he's getting paid for it.
I guess that's true. He's
We're in the poo water.
Oh, this reeks proper grim.
Final Fantasy VII Remake all over again. Just all poo water.
Oh, it's deep. Somebody hates me.
Tell me about it. My handsome looks.
Well, I mean, at least they're actually acting as though they're walking through a sewer.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is a interesting little boss. Not really a boss. It's just an interesting enemy, and a very annoying one. So, it heals while it's in water, and basically, what happens with it is, while it's in water, it heals, and you have to lure it out of water, and there's certain parts where that just is very impossible.
Oh, jeez.
And you'll notice I am fast-forwarding through a lot of this because all it is just a lot of riff-raff and fighting. And recycled bosses, because here's the vampire again.
Oh, nice.
That you have to hit him with a silver arrow to make him vulnerable to damage.
I just want to point out that there was a giant enemy crab, and that you had to hit its weak spots for massive damage.
Yeah, pretty much. And now he did.
You know, the boss rush is a time-worn classic.
Finally.
Yeah.
The undead live here. Yeah, and we almost became roommates.
Oh, let's see. I think this is
Then maybe it'll get a bit quieter. Like I'm gonna get killed.
I think this is one of those.
Right.
Can you guess what's gonna happen?
Oh no.
It's over.
Oddly enough, I for the rest of the game, I was waiting for the payoff, and it never happened.
I'll have to bite the bullet.
like, no major spoilers. It's just that just literally you paint a target on somebody and then
Of
miss.
course, this is only if we make it out alive.
And it really hasn't been the tone of the game so far.
Yeah, I mean there'll be a setup and no delivery on it, which
What's that noise?
I guess to their credit, maybe that's what they were going for.
I'll go ahead. You guys hide.
I like your stealth sword / anchor.
He's stealthily clinking around in his metallic greaves.
It's one of those questions.
What are we doing?
Giant enemy crab. It's one of those questions that come up in D&D a lot, where it's like, yeah, I don't care that you're a really stealthy character that just rolled really high. It's like you're in the middle of an open room full of light.
Yeah.
Shall we get moving?
Right then. Let's get out there.
The only way you'd give it to him is like they roll a crit and you have the enemy realize that his shoe's untied.
Yeah.
Oh. What you said before.
Oh, and part of the dialogue earlier, when they were in the sewers, he asked her to be his future wife.
Was it his 42nd wife?
Yeah, somewhere in that neighborhood.
It just would not be enough
Oh,
alcohol
there's
on
Horace.
the planet.
Now this one, I left this in here specifically for this dialogue option. I wanted
Yeah.
to show you a whole. So Zale just bends over.
Terrifying.
I couldn't. I walked around for like 5 minutes trying to find something that possibly could have interacted with, but it just didn't pay. I don't know why that was an option. I'm sure there was something I missed.
With many lives hanging in the balance, Zale and the others made for the central section.
So while our heroes are farting around in the sewers,
Yeah.
people are dying.
We're here.
Zangrak must be around somewhere, right?
And that bloke
You know
just-
what? I gotta appreciate the zen-ness of that
Things
line.
can
We're
never
here.
be simple, eh?
Haha, let's say hello then.
Wherever we go, there we are.
Lollyguard.
Oh yeah.
Have some cold steel to nibble on. What is that?
It's a magical barrier. You can only find these spells in ancient works.
How much more have they got up their sleeves?
Destroying it would be tough. We might be able
You don't happen to know any of those spells, do you?
Zale,
No, all of hers are trees or giant cat based.
Okay, we all clear?
Yeah, it's a. It's just attack it until there's a small hole and then shoot the guy. The twins. Filthy humans.
I'll be honest, you guys aren't that far from humans.
Barriers again. This is gonna take some
But
doing.
what if two Drizzt-Erdens?
What kind of party is this?
Hit it with magic that matches the color. The orders are up to you, Zale.
Kind of does have an Underdark feel, doesn't it?
Wait! Where is Zangurak?
Lord Zangurak is not here.
What?
If Lord
thanks.
Zangurak
What?
is the outsider from Lazarus Island, then you are doomed.
It's really nice of them to just volunteer information. They could have just said, yeah, he's at the bottom of this pit.
Shall we head
Yeah.
back to the castle?
I mean, you know,
Doesn't look like Zangurak's
bad guy
here.
tropes always giving away
You gotta honor.
information when they think they've won.
You gotta honor the duel. You know.
Oh yeah. And this is their version of the Outsider on their Garak Island.
I was gonna say we're playing Elden Ring now.
another outsider. But I can't sense anything from this one. It's like it's asleep.
Is it just a husk?
Wait, something's coming. It's in a rage and coming closer.
She can sense emotion.
Well, at least it's not as bad as like Marina Sirtis's character from Star Trek. She was
How could they?
the psychic lady.
Getting it in a rage.
Oh yeah.
It was just like, you know, they would open up the view screen and some guy would scream at him and she would be like, I sense anger and hostility from this. And it's like, yeah.
Or like in oh, what was that? Starship Troopers. Neil Patrick Harris touches the butthole blob and like, it's afraid.
Oh, man.
Oh, and here's speaking of recycled bosses. It's back to fighting the other, the Bahamut
Yeah.
dragon-looking character, except it comes in black as well.
I have to say, it's very
Same tactic we used
Bahamut Zero-esque.
Let's give it a shot.
Yeah. You know what I just realized? It's the legendaries from Pokemon Black and White.
Oh boy, I constantly run into this quite a bit, where it's like I don't really know as much about Pokemon as I thought I did.
Oh, I know nothing. Like, I own one game. I tried to get into it, but it's just, and I won't say it's bad. It's just, I think I missed the boat on it.
Yeah, I thought I played them all, but someone was talking about, you know, generational numbers, and I was like, I don't recognize any of these Pokemon, so clearly I missed one, or two, or 10.
Yeah. And it's really cool, but it's a one-time summon.
Fair enough.
But the fight was recycled also. It's you cast Forest to make it go, to cause it to go silent, so it couldn't cast magic, and then it was forced to land.
Born of the outsider, yet somehow they're different. From one,
I thought they were the outsider.
from the other, only rage. Did it save us? Just so it wouldn't.
It's like a yin and yang thing. Is that a squeaky wheel sound effect I'm hearing?
Yes, I think so. Or some kind of bird.
But yeah, like I know very little about Pokemon. Like I can name several, but it just I don't know, like one like random Pokemon that is literally like an antique vanity or something like that.
Yeah, I will say the new Pokemon Snap rules.
Good old N64 days.
Well, yeah, the new one on Switch is fantastic, and is longer than like 4 levels.
Oh, nice.
This guy.
Yeah, he
What the devil is going on?
he gets
But no,
earthquaked out of his prison cell.
yes. I must find Zale. The gods have given me a chance to get my revenge.
Yes, he has gone mad with
Mad.
jealousy and rage and, you know, bad
He's
guy
got-
stuff.
He's gone mad with madness.
Yes.
Is he gonna break into song here? He's gonna do his favorite number from Cats.
Well, he ran into Not Ganondorf.
Damn, they made the bad guy hot.
I must destroy Zale. Out of
You come here often? I mean,
Quick side note: who does his hair?
Even if he was dead, I would dig up
Is it the twins who braid him?
it apart.
I've got
I could see him, you know, struggling like a temperamental toddler who doesn't like haircuts.
Yeah.
But he's got like the early 2000 punk, you know, eye shading.
I will give you your chance for vengeance.
What
Ah,
did
just
you
like
say?
my prom night.
So he's, for some reason, he's been given a big sword,
Yeah.
which he aims to defeat Zale with.
Jirao received a new power after
I mean, when
meeting
life
with
gives you
Zale.
big sword.
Something to help satisfy the abhorrence he had for Zale. A twisted and sinister blade, infused with unearthly power. Meanwhile, in the fortress, Zale and the others raced back to Lazarus Island.
The narrator is so close to the narrator from
Beast had disappeared, and the
Hail
outside
Caesar, which I guess was Michael Gambon.
the fortress
Stories.
and then
Kind of sounds like someone said something. All right, now do a bad Morgan Freeman impression. Islands at war with each other.
Ooh, it's a zero-sum game. We're fighting each other with our own land.
Oh no! I'm a damsel. Whoops.
I too am a damsel. Jesus. Again, the Kingdom Hearts theme plays.
Mm-hmm. I must admit, I do fire that up every once in a while. It was a catchy tune.
I think the first game still holds up pretty well.
I mean, I did go back recently to it. The child acting was very much child acting, except for Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah.
And even then, he probably wasn't 100% on the ball, just because voice acting versus screen acting are two different things.
Yeah.
But like as far as the gameplay and stuff goes, it's still very much playable.
Yeah, I tried. Actually, I think I beat Kingdom Hearts 3 and did not enjoy most of it.
Lady Luck has smiled.
That's a shame.
The heavens have not.
If you ever want to go down a rabbit hole, look up trying to chronologically place the Kingdom Hearts storyline.
Oh yeah, that it just goes bonkers.
Oh yeah. If you ever AVGN did a whole video about it. Oh, I'm looking around at stuff.
Going back to the basics. We'll look at. He's got to return to his roots.
Well, hello there, Sir Zale. How nice to see that you're
Oh.
alive. In fact, I'd say I'm
Slowly becoming the bad guy from Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi boy.
strange question to ask. It was you, was it not, that said I was a Gurak collaborator?
Wait, that was...
So tell me, looking for anybody? You certainly seemed to be.
Look, I don't have time to waste with you.
Really?
Oh yeah.
The chapter title says otherwise.
You know, Zangurak was looking for this woman.
Drow, I'll kill you.
It's all her fault.
He's hung like a mule.
Looked at me with
Oh dear.
such scorn. Always, always, always.
Okay, they couldn't have paid you that much. Let's pull it back a little bit.
It's my turn to look at you with scorn?
So was he having to give instructions on how to summon the sword?
I'm going to cut you off.
No, it's got a lot of eyes on it.
No one can recognize you
It's also
until you're just
Kinda
a bloody
not
stain
sharp.
on my boot.
Probably counts low on that one.
This is it. It's over.
There's nothing, no mechanics to this. It's just dodge and swing.
I have noble blood, not by a mercenary. Impossible.
I'm a merchant, Mary.
It hurts. I can't lose. I just...
Now, do you get his cool cursed sword?
Yes. But I couldn't find, you have to get like that, you have to find an item, Light of the Outsider. what was that movie? American Beauty.
Oh, jeez. The rose petals?
Yeah.
He's posed that way for his OnlyFans before. Ah, man, Tuxedo Mask was here.
But he's a villain, so it's only fiends.
Not a single person.
I'll put in the drum hit myself. Yeah, the Emperor. So it's cursed. You gotta find the Light of the Outsider to uncurse it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but by this time, like, there's really no items that you have to buy anymore. So you just have an insane amount of money. So I just spent all of it in upgrading everything and still had lots of money left over.
Oh dear. Poor Jarrell.
And that's not all. Now Callista's been taken by Zangurak.
You serious?
I mean, I guess we'll have to fight him or something.
We have to stop him from getting both the Outsiders. If we don't, he'll be unstoppable. Then there's no time to lose.
Yeah.
I'm just reiterating the plot that we went over 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
In anime, they can install gas pedals on ships.
Let's try not to think about the fact that we were both on the island. Everybody left to go meet up out there where the boss fight was, and now we're back at the islands.
Guardians. You've seen it before, Zale.
Ooh.
That time.
See, exactly what I said. All of her magic is a red cat or forest based.
There you go. Well, this is that cat that randomly attacked us, like, near the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
It doesn't really come up. It's just, I don't know. I guess it's like it just sort of, I guess something they needed to sprinkle in to make it seem more mystic.
Yeah, I guess so. Ships exactly like cars. Turn on a dime, accelerate, stop.
Oh yeah. Get a lot of traction on those oceans.
I guess they don't care if they wreck the ship. They're kind of at their
Let's finish this.
house.
Yeah. Revisited.
Oh, are we back to where we started the game? Like a return to their womb.
Meanwhile,
Pretty early on. All right, good. Good for the day.
The power of the other line. After so many years,
She has got a strong neck.
Just kind of palms her. Appreciate when a giant guy just kind of handles people, like watching Zangief Street Fighter fights.
Zangief.
Ah man, I love playing Zangief. Next to Potemkin from Guilty Gear, my favorite type of fighter character.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay.
We must split up again.
stairways 1, 2, 3.
So, what now?
Position states.
Good job.
split up.
Isn't that dangerous?
We're not exactly an army, and Zangurak's no pushover.
Yeah, I know that, but what I'm trying
I
to.
fully agree. Really?
You go die.
Yeah.
We have no way of knowing if we can get back or not. We've only got one shot at completing our mission.
We have to stop Zangurak, no matter what it costs. And we're fast running out of time. Those are the facts.
And clearly, as one of us has outsider powers and the rest of us you know,
No.
drink a
Paul
lot.
was right. We're the only ones who can stop Zangorak now. So we need to move fast and increase the chances.
Based on how he handled me on our first encounter, I think we got a chance.
Yeah. You know what? I'm coming around to anime fashion. I think that if I looked like that, I might do the no shirt and just belts
There
thing.
will be a way out of here. I promise.
Yeah, but
The great
trying to get a
civilization
waistline that's 1 foot around is tough.
For me,
You know what? It's a noble
Then it's
goal.
decided. I'm off.
On your Todd.
I have my dad's blood running through my veins. Warrior's blood. Don't worry about me.
You're a mage.
I'd be more worried about yourself. Well, see you later.
Yeah. I'm super tough.
right, we're off.
Boy, they really do like chaps.
Yeah, you know.
See y'all later.
Chaps in the high school tie your
Don't do
your
anything I
jumper
wouldn't
around
do.
your waist.
Mm-hmm.
Righto. Shall we?
Chop chop.
Even as they went their separate ways, they all felt the strong ties of friendship that bound them together. They each made a silent promise to meet again as they entered the stage of their final battle.
Well, we know how friendship conquers all.
Yeah,
Dead
yeah.
end.
Oh yeah.
Lowell.
I
How
just
it sounds.
this particular scene is just very out of the blue, but it got a chuckle.
Really?
As with all locked doors, you know, we just have to hit them.
I like
And right in the dink.
what?
Serves you
Yeah,
right for being
I-
such a naughty boy.
That wasn't editing. They did that in the game.
What tone are we going for?
I don't know, cause I mean, at the very end when it's like right into death. Let's just sprinkle in a nut shot.
Hey, remember America's Funniest Home Videos? Doink.
Oh, rest in peace, Bob Saget.
You still dare to challenge the will of our king? I find it quite absurd.
Ridiculous.
We must stop Zangorak. We must stop the land
Inconceivable.
from dying. If the land dies, Ugarak will suffer too.
Tis but a trifle.
I mean, you clearly can't tell that this room is water-based.
You humans wallow in your base desires. You betray and kill one another. We are different.
We aren't all like that. When we stop the land from dying, you'll see.
Illogical bratty. Your kind ignorance is truly your sole bliss.
He's injured.
Lord Zangorak need not concern,
Yeah, you guys fought like 5 minutes ago.
for I will bathe myself in your blood.
That sounds unhygienic.
I'm on it.
Yeah. He happened to find his way into here during the battle. Oh, but that doesn't seem feeble.
It's that, what was it, Gundam meme where it's like, I'm a genius, split second later. Oh no!
Be to Zangorak, my king, for all his days, and a curse upon the
I like this room.
Alright. Yeah. Now, remember this delivery.
That looked like a bit of a close one.
Okay.
Okay, so that was his dad's dagger that he found.
Nah, forget it. It's normal to help each other. We're friends, right? Don't forget that.
Yeah, but it's weird when you say it.
Yeah. Oh no. That could have almost hit you.
Now I owe you another one.
Nah, forget it.
Thanks.
We're friends, remember?
It's my brother.
You know who they really remind me of?
Who's that?
The two witch sisters from Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, I think you made this reference last time. I really should have looked up their names. Hold on, let me do that now. Closure.
Yeah, and I know I'm gonna get it wrong, but maybe just because I recently played God of War, I keep wanting to call them Magni and Modi.
All right, let's see how close you were.
Oh, I know that's not right.
No, it's totally gonna be Magni and Modi. Katake and Kome.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that one.
Man. And then they become the combined entity of Twin Robe.
Alright, so we just defeated the twin. And now he's gonna use his final breath to do plot death.
Oh, alright. Who's gonna get it?
Couldn't let any harm come to a beautiful girl like you.
Oh, good. It's a character we don't care about. the one whose only personality trait was me like sexy women. Now, see, there's a problem. You really have to kill a character that we enjoy to elicit an emotional response.
Not good. He got me all right.
I will say, as far as tonally, where this game sort of fell short of the mark is they have all these characters, and though not super deep characters, they were fun characters, but they were so infrequently as a party. You're more often than not just Zale.
Yeah.
So you don't really have a lot of time to get invested emotionally in any of these characters, and they don't really, other than a side quest or two, there's no development with those characters.
You're the only one who can save Callista.
Yeah.
We'll look after Lowell. So
I mean,
stop
really, it
bluffing
doesn't.
and go and save
That's the
Callista.
thing, is like, I really can't
Say
remember
you'll get
anything
moving.
happening with Loyal
Now.
that
If I say move, I mean it.
was good.
Don't worry. We'll think of a way to deal
Yeah,
with
it
this
was
guy.
all,
Be safe.
it was all cutscene related. And it was more often than not, it was just a comedic slide.
Yeah, I mean, I guess his character arc was getting hit in the nuts.
Callista!
The cursed blood that summons the outsider.
What did you do to Callista?
I have anointed my right arm with the blood of the Argonauts,
Oh.
and with it, I lay claim to almighty power. Your power, the power of the
Yeah.
outsider.
No, so you don't really have to have it. You don't have to have, living blood. Just kind of smear some on you.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's like sacramental. You can just use wine.
This path.
Never!
It seems in the end we are destined to collide. Know that this will be our final encounter.
Zangurak, King of the Gurak, I will not permit you to use the Outsider's power as a tool of war any longer!
It's Mr. Zangurak if you're nasty.
I wonder if it's kind of that meme of like they looked at Link and Ganon
Listen,
And it was like, hey, let me copy your homework. And this is the, yeah, okay, but just change it up a little bit.
Yeah, because the more I'm looking at it, he kind of looks... The palette, like the color palette of this really has a Twilight Princess feel.
Yeah, it's a little muted.
Did that do it?
Come on, man. He's got to have a second form.
Reclaim the outsider's complete power and revive me.
Okay.
Now go.
Thing.
I shall,
Okay.
I shall return.
Yeah.
All shall witness my advent as a god.
Once again, the tone.
Callista,
It looks silly.
Bill,
Yeah.
you hurt?
Hey, are we going to do anything about the arm thing? Okay.
okay, thanks. I knew you'd
Yeah, we just kind of just heard him say what his arm's gonna do. Do we need to? No. All right.
I mean, normally I wouldn't say it's possible, but his arm did
The
then
outsider must be just
hear
ahead.
him and take off. Oh, okay. So no on the arm.
Then let's get going.
All right. So chasing the arm.
Oh, please tell me the arm talks or has armor.
Show yourself.
Eh,
Arm yourself.
just a regular old heel turn.
Zangorak's right arm and Argonan blood. That's made life easier. Outsider,
I'm bad guy now.
your power.
Gonna exercise his right to bear arms.
Place.
Can't be. Dagrin.
How did you know that would work?
How did you get here? Did you fight the giant crabs?
Oh, Zale. It would have been so much simpler if I had been granted the outsider's power in your place.
Then I could have driven an island.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
We could have stopped and got ice cream.
Why is Dagrin here?
Dagrin? Why go to such lengths?
A question we're all asking.
Why did this happen? So, Dagrin, everything we've done together, everything up to
We
now,
ran out of bad guy
was
ideas.
this all just so you could obtain the power of the two outsiders?
Sure. This thing I didn't know about a few days ago. This is my whole plan.
Yeah.
Dealing with Zangorak. The invasion of the Gorak continent. Everything. It was all for this moment.
Did he put
Though I
more
did make
belts
one or two
on?
miscalculations.
Is that how you know he's
And
evil?
I suppose you were
He
the
got
one who
more
killed
dressed?
General Astar as well.
You remember? I mean, you remember goth kids back in like
It
the
didn't really fit in with my plans.
early 2000s. There were belts hanging everywhere.
Dagrin,
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
why?
His ultimate form is he just puts on a pair of Jinkos.
I can still remember
Can't believe those are making a comeback.
Came and tore my life apart. The night sail. They stood there laughing.
Damn,
as
if
they
only
looked at
sound
my
had
family,
direction.
Right in front of my eyes.
Dagrin, I know that, but that doesn't mean you...
I had to get my revenge, so I searched high and low for any clues.
Huh? Looking? Looking around?
And then I found out
No?
who
Okay.
commanded the army that
The
murdered
usual
my
stuff's not
family.
working this
It
time.
was a man named Astar. He's no different from the rest of them. Those murderers who took everything from us.
Remember one of the, like back in the day, like one of the pictures that you saw on a Jinko's is someone could stuff a Super Nintendo in the back pocket?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right, Zale?
But
And to do that,
I cannot justify paying $300+ for a pair of jeans.
don't you get it?
No matter how much room is in their pockets.
Everyone else.
I,
To get my revenge.
At one point, my life was looking at a Buzz Rickson jacket, which is a company that takes the original sewing machines from, like, in the 40s and 50s that they found post-war era Japan and Vietnam and things like that, and try and recreate bomber jackets, like using the original cloth and stitches and all of that, and then sells these jackets for upwards of like $700 to several thousands.
Woof.
Yeah.
Alright, now we're fighting. We just had to fight Dagran, and now comes the final execution. Yeah, he had 3 forms. It was Dagran, then it was Demon, then bigger Demon.
How many years do you think I've known him? I understand him by now. How his mind works. What he must be thinking.
He wants me to kill him.
No, Dagran. Like I know myself!
What?
Stab. You know.
I mean, if that were true, you wouldn't have been surprised by the heel turn. Or maybe he's saying, you know, much like Plato and the great philosophers, that what do we truly know about ourselves? You know, I know now that I know nothing.
There you go.
Clearly, Zale, one of the greatest philosophers of our time.
You've become stronger, Zale.
Yeah, I'm like level
Wish I could
40
say
now.
the same about you.
Dagran,
Ooh, burn.
I wish things were different.
It's fine. I'm glad you stopped me. Guys, I'm sorry.
Why does it have to end like this?
I'm the one who
Sure,
used to
man.
be
That's a thing you can just apologize for. I'm sorry I became like a multi-tiered demon and tried to,
I'm sorry
you know, fucking
for everything that I did.
take over some super cool supernatural powers.
Zale.
What
Yeah,
ifs,
and
you
allowing,
know?
allowing hundreds to die out of my own selfish means.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I should have been happy. with
Pretty
what
cool
I did.
cube room, though, right? Yeah?
Was for a while. But I started taking it all for granted. And before I knew it, my obsession with revenge spiraled out of control. I'm such an idiot.
So, you think you can, die? Because we kind of got to stop the world from ending.
You have friends who are like family.
Hey, when did you get the back of your neck tattooed?
Callista, please stay by Zale's side. Get the hell out of here.
He's easily confused.
Sorry to be so demanding right up to the end. But that's
I mean, we were kind of planning on living anyways. That's why we're doing all this.
Yeah.
you'll make a fine knight.
Oh, thanks.
I know it.
I already was a knight.
Well, actually, remember he turned it down.
Oh,
Said,
that's
I don't
right.
want to be a knight.
Ah, dang it.
And then Tharius was like, you know what? No, I don't want to be a knight.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Sail! Sail!
Sail.
I got a trive.
I was gonna say, what's a trive?
Don't throw your life away. You owe it to both of them.
Some kind
You
of
have to get
pastry?
back to the castle.
Ah, boy.
Everyone was over.
A nice almondine trive.
Everyone's waiting.
With pistachios.
Ooh.
Oh, and like,
Oh, yeah.
You lot go on ahead. I'm gonna take him home.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay here and die.
Seren, wait. You can't do it on your own. That's suicide.
Shut up! I have to do this. Can't you see? There's no point anymore.
God, I'm so
He's
sorry.
gone and left me here,
He's the only one that's ever asked me to marry him.
living.
I feel like you could have maybe put some of that relationship development in the game.
There's the squeaky wheel sound again.
God
Oh,
damn it.
and- Yeah.
Oh, what's up, chaps?
He's talking to his own.
Hmm.
Or maybe he's talking to Seren's chaps.
Up we go. Oh, that really hurts.
Yeah. I remember last time I died, I woke up sore.
Don't you dare do that again.
Hey, don't cry.
I'm sure I felt Dragon's presence.
What?
Yeah.
I dislike this.
So, your last bit of goodwill on Earth was to just bring back Lowell, huh?
Yeah.
We killed him super hard. Alright, so now that all the evil is destroyed,
Oh, yeah, I guess that's it now.
All over.
Oh, thank you.
Iraq retreated.
You know, I wasn't sure, but then the narrative was there
Continued
to
efforts
comfort
of
me.
Zale and his friends, a treaty of peace was signed, bringing an end to the war for good. It was decided
they really get over stuff like that.
should stay joined to the edge of Lazarus Island, so Zale moved them to a new position, in between the Empire and the Gurak continent. The war that had plagued
Enemy.
He
both
steered the
nations
island around some more.
and the land's energy was no longer being drained away. With each day that went by, the comforting warmth
So does he do like the marriage of convenience between the Gurak and the Lazarus Island people?
soon
Who draws that short straw? I mean, you know, since the king is dead. Hey guys, you remember when we totally rode that Triceratops? That was awesome, right?
And now we're just going to be sending the asteroid back.
To live together in harmony. Not after all those years of conflict.
No. Just as the energy of the land will not simply return as though it was never lost. But with time, I believe that things will improve. Zale, you made the right choice.
I don't recall making any choices. I just swing my sword.
It's good to have that kind of reassurance in your life.
Become even more prosperous than it already was.
Why don't we start up a business here or something? People would appreciate it.
You running a respectable business?
Well, there's got to be something that's right up our street. How about a bar?
Booze.
Guzzled all the
Yep,
booze
yep,
before the
yep.
punters can get their hands on it.
Shut up!
Well, it could be fun.
Two of the worst people you know thinking about starting a business.
Shall we return the outsider to the sky from whence it came?
Now hear me out. What if I kept it and became totally awesome?
Everything's ready. It's time for us to grant the Outsider's wish.
My family's right can finally be fulfilled.
Let's send the Outsider home.
Yes.
That's also what I say when I let my cat out. Oh boy, I'm glad this ritual did this for us, because I don't think it was going to happen otherwise. Are the swords and tentacles part of it, or was that...
Okay. I think they just did that to restrain it. Ah! Watch out! Tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Thank you all. You have granted us the freedom to see
Whoa.
Wait, you could talk?
and once more gather the energy that fills the far reaches of the cosmos and use it to create new worlds. Thank you.
Oh.
Basically, they're just a big bang waiting to happen.
Ugh. Every day after Taco Bell, am I right?
Hey-o.
Here we go. Yeah. That's the stuff.
To its credit, though, at least it made sense why the planet was dying.
Yeah. I like the idea of, like, the power to create worlds, and they were using it to fly an island around and fight their neighbors. It's like having an atomic bomb and using it to, like, cook craft Easy Mac.
You know, all you gotta do is just kind of stand within 10 feet of it.
It drifts through the darkness, absorbing the surrounding energy. It only brought destruction because it was summoned down
How-
here to a place where it should never have been.
How long did you know
The
this?
outsider belongs in the skies. A seed of new life.
It was explained by the unnamed character that they ran into that was floating around
Okay.
within the depths of the castle.
Follow-up question. If you had performed this ritual
That
before,
was a gift that the outsider granted to you.
could they have just bypassed all of that?
I would say probably. But that would have been decidedly inconvenient for the plot.
Yeah.
Thus, the conflict
Yeah, fair
surrounding
enough.
the outsider, after centuries of tragedy and strife, was finally brought to an end. The draining of the land was halted, and as for the heroes, Zale and Lady Callista, the tale of how they and their companions
Ellipses.
to the land would be passed down for many generations to come. A few days after the outsiders,
But in like an incredulous manner. Like, can you believe this?
chosen to work together, sharing their technologies with one
And since all of our history telling is by word of mouth, it's like a game of telephone. Zale would eventually become Zonkers.
Miss Marania told me the truth about General Astar's death.
I see.
Do not trouble yourself. It was not your fault. He would not want you to torment yourself.
I didn't say it was.
Yeah, it very clearly was not. Like, we know who it was. He said so.
Surely you have not forgotten.
Secret boss battle.
A duel? I thought you said you wanted to cross swords.
Yeah.
And this was just a repeat of the when you had to fight
But of course,
General Astar.
show me the strength General Astar trusted so.
And for some reason, they want to give him they wanted to give him a little character development as well.
I feel like
So
I'll never be the general's
you fought like one too.
Come on, that's not true.
But like during the battle, he's like, "I'm leaving the island," and he's like, "You can't leave. Our soldiers suck."
Until I become a knight to surpass General Aston.
And then you beat him, and he's like, "Okay, I won't leave."
You had better
Oh, right, we're in the windy area.
just be ready when I do.
It's always red up here. Are you gonna do that finger thing?
You gonna leave him hanging? What's up, bro?
You are, Zale.
Walking through the city, I hear a "There you are, Zale." Oh, fake out.
What?
That face for?
do those two look anything alike?
Nothing.
No, it's a really weird connection. Like near the beginning of the game, when you're walking through the city, Dagran says, "Hey, Zale," and you have to use your look to find him. And that was like, hey, that reminds me of that one scene.
Oh, I see. My secondary thought would be like, hey, it's also because I guess he brought him to life and there's a little bit of Dagran in him.
Yeah. It's great how things are coming along.
Say, Zale, what are you gonna do from now on? The good
Look at
times are
rocks.
just getting started. You're gonna be living with Callista, right?
See if there are other minerals you can eat besides salt.
If you know what.
How about you, Lol? What are you going to do? And the
Lead
others?
sounds promising. It's kind of
Sure
soft.
we'll find
Yeah.
something. We're all grown-ups, you know, even without Dagran. Look, we just left everything to Dagran without giving a hoot about what was on his mind. I wonder how well we really knew him if that was bubbling beneath the surface. But it's his fault too. He's the one who kept it all inside. Don't forget that, Zale.
Yeah, he should have told us he was going to be a bad guy.
I think Dagran really thought of us as
Idiots?
just
Probably.
born.
Yeah, I mean, very much you at least.
I can't tell you that. Dagran's gone now. There are all kinds of things we'll never be able to ask him.
Remember?
You get that, right?
Yeah. I do.
You understand how death works,
One
right,
thing we
Zale?
can say for certain is that the world
He's
is
asleep, right?
Look down there. See those kids? Just enjoying themselves.
Makes me sick.
Okay, that was like the one child.
Mhm.
Zale,
It's kind of neat that they sort of flavored the city with the Garak now.
that's
Yeah.
the future you've been fighting for. What Dagran did was unforgivable. No one's doubting that. But we can't keep
I mean,
dwelling
it kind
on
of seems like you
history.
all forgave him.
What's done is done.
He said he was sorry.
So, we should take
Also,
things as
guest
they
cameo
are
by
and
Frog.
look to the future ahead of us. In other words, we should cherish every moment and live exactly as we see fit.
I'm going to go back to womanizing.
Marani
Chaps
said-
for everyone.
Lol.
But hey,
What?
I agree with every word. It convinced Seren and Yurik as well. And you know, we wouldn't be standing here laughing today if it weren't for Dagran. You can't deny
So we
that.
really should forgive the
And
guy.
it's a nice way of looking at it, right? Right.
All those meaningless deaths were worth it.
Oh, but Callista's.
I mean, say what you will about him, but at least the trains ran on time.
I'll go on ahead, you ladies man, you.
We'll be right there.
Maybe it's just a tailoring issue. Like they started out making pants but just couldn't figure out how to get the crotch.
Oh, it's wartime rationing. They've
There
cut
you
down
go.
on any excess cloth.
Your crutch never needs protection.
We decided to have a funeral for Hitler too,
So, you finished.
otherwise known as Dagran.
Well, it ain't no mausoleum.
It looks like shit.
I mean,
Here, take these fat-stemmed flowers.
if my best friend did a genocide, I'm not saying I wouldn't be like, damn, why didn't that happen? I have lots of questions and maybe unresolved feelings. I probably wouldn't publicly build like a nice little grave and put flowers on it
We could never have survived.
and constantly talk about, you know what, maybe he did for a good reason.
Yeah, you just hold you hold a public meeting and be like, "Hey, look, we wouldn't be where we are now if not for him, huh?"
Right? Yeah? Yeah? Think we owe the guy a little slack.
I mean, Marie, look, you were gonna leave Dave anyway.
I mean, kind of you're impressed by it a little bit, right? 2 pogroms? He didn't stop at 1.
I mean, he was trying to go for Pol Pot numbers. Where? Oh, models are frozen.
Rendering error.
It seems that people believe that a knighting is in order. Think to run away
Who?
this time.
You think I would?
You scamp.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think you would. You just did. We paid a lot of money for catering.
That's mine and Dagran's sword.
Your dearest treasure shall now be the proof
Yeah, so
of your knighthood.
basically, it's a cheap, dull sword that they bought when they first started being mercenaries. So that's why it's significant.
Yeah, yeah.
In the name of the Argonan founder, I dub thee Sir Zale. Be kind and be brave, and safeguard all who dwell in this land.
You notice how some characters have shadows and others don't?
Yeah.
I hereby swear
Gotta save
to
that
uphold
rendering
the
budget where you
ideals of
can.
the knight,
Only main characters get shadows.
and to
Yeah,
live
but the knight that's closest to the screen looks like he's floating.
Yeah. I mean, you're not gonna be looking at anything other than Zale in this awesome scene.
Really draws you in.
Yeah. I might have animated the crowd to be cheering, what with all the audio playing.
Oof. They got Metal Gear Solid PlayStation 1 faces in the background.
Colonel.
Now for the epilogue.
I mean, as long as they tell us what that giant cat means, I can walk away satisfied.
The meteor shower season.
Get ready to walk away with blue balls.
And much like a housefly that couldn't leave through an open window, the outsider came back.
Wow. This year's meteor shower is beautiful.
Somewhere
Why don't you look at him, Zale?
Oh, hell yeah. Just can't see. Hey, they're moving too quickly.
Callista.
Tee-hee. I knew that was you.
Right? Okay.
You thought you fooled me.
Anyways, let's forgive Dagran some more.
Out of focus.
It's artist. Yeah.
Yeah. For whatever reason, it wouldn't let me walk. Watch the hands.
Guess who? You're not covering my eyes, you idiot.
Hey, let's use those 2 magnifying glasses I use as a telescope. It's stupid.
It's a little weird that she's singing the main theme.
So you gotta hold it like that.
You guys have invented cannons. I feel like the telescope should be easier.
Well, no, when you're on the ship earlier in the game, he is clearly using a telescope.
Huh. All right. Maybe they're loops like the magic ones from Zelda.
Maybe.
No, de-rendered.
Yep. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of Last Story. Is it a perfect game? No. Is it a great game? Mechanics wise, gameplay wise, absolutely. Story could have used a little bit of polish.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of JRPGs you're playing for the mechanics, I'd have to say.
Alright, I just want to point out, this came out in 2012, yeah?
2011.
2011, okay.
I think, or it might have come to the US in 2012, I can't remember, somewhere in there.
Alright, I just want to point out, let's just stay in the nature of RPGs. The entire Mass Effect trilogy was already out.
Yeah, very true.
Dragon's Dogma, which I would say in a lot of ways is like this, in that it had some issues, but man, Persona 4.
P4 was good.
Skyrim.
Yeah. But like Mass Effect and Skyrim, those are the more Western-based RPGs where it's like it's decent gameplay, and then they really try and put a good story on. Skyrim, I wouldn't. I mean, it had a succinct story. Mass Effect, at least the first. I'll probably say the first 2. Like the very first Mass Effect game, just had me sunk in. The third one I had fun with. But it just got a bit too deep into it. If that makes sense.
I don't think that 3 holds up under a whole lot of scrutiny, but I will say there's some damn good parts in there. The Mordin Solus ending. It's very interesting to see what this game's competition was. This must have been pretty late in the Wii U cycle.
It was near the end, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. So 2011 Ni no Kuni: Wrath of the White Witch was out, which I found That's the game that is made in conjunction
That
with
was me-
Studio Ghibli.
That was a Miyazaki game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't hope to compete with Miyazaki.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the story is pretty solid in that too. I mean, granted, there were some turds out as well. I would say Final Fantasy 13 won both. Let's see, 13-2 was out. I didn't enjoy that. I'm sure some people did. Final Fantasy Type Zero, which is a game I wanted to love so much, and it wasn't great.
So, like, 13, I haven't even really been back to the Final Fantasy series since 13. Like, I was so upset by that game. I know a lot of people love it. Let me retract that. Some people like it. 13-2, I don't even, like, I couldn't even, like, they made some character corrections, like they made Snow less annoying.
Yeah, I mean, I would have preferred they could have went back and not made him a pedophile, but, you know, I guess they couldn't fix that. Maybe it's time to play 13-2 and 13-3, because I don't remember those.
There's a 3?
Yeah. Lightning Returns.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Yeah. However, something that also came out, which is probably why I didn't hear about this game, is White Knight Chronicles came out, which is a fantastic Japanese RPG in which you create a character and then aren't the main character of the story. You are a person
yes.
that tags along.
Oh yeah, it was funny though to make, like, I have that game somewhere, and I think I did. I just made a really dumb looking character so that when he pops up in a very serious cutscene, you see his goofy ass mugging at the camera.
It's so good.
That was an interesting approach though, to have like a main character, to have a character creation and then just have it be, you're really just kind of along for the ride. Like nothing gets focused on you at all.
Oh wait, we got some follow-up story here.
It's just, they were in the forest and said, "Shall we go?" And she said yes.
Oh, okay. I swear to God, if
2011,
they had a kid,
2012 Mistwalker.
If they had a kid and its name was Dagran, I would leave.
Name him after someone we really respect.
Yeah.
But, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, that will do it for the last story. Look forward to future episodes. We got something, I've got something in the works for my next LP. Be on the lookout for that. But as always, I have been Smeef, and with me is Austin.
See you later. Woo.